And good evening everybody, how are we all doing? Bit of voice commentary for you this time. Lovely to see you all. Hope you're safe and well. So I'm just going to grind up to the tier 5 German battleship. Hey up Cody, how you doing? Nice to see you dude. We need quite a bit, so it's not going to be a quick affair. We're going to go for the Misselhuser König. And we need 11k XP, and there's two ways we can do it. We can either do random battles, which will do the job far quicker, or we can just do AFK bot battles. That's good to hear, Cody. So that's literally all I'm going to do. I'm going to set auto waypoints, and I'm going to let the secondaries just destroy the opposition, and we'll do this as many times as we need to in order to get the tier 5. The one thing you mustn't mistake me for is an avid World of Warships player. Don't get me wrong, I really do like the game, I really do. But I'm not one of these saddos who's got to play out his skin every game and win everything. I don't give a shiny one if we win, lose or draw, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm able to grind through the tech trees and get where I want to go. Now, you know, a lot of players will say, oh, I'm a crap player, this, that and the other. But first of all, they're missing the point. Number one, I'm a 100% free-to-play player, which means I'm never going to spend a penny of real-world money on the game. Number two, because that's me, Mr. Cheat-type bastard, that means that tier 5, well, tier 6, but tier 5 is my ceiling for regular ships. The only reason I've got a tier 6 on this account, which I've ground out, which is the Queen Elizabeth, was for doing operations, which you have to have a tier 6 ship. Other than that, tier 5 is where it's at for me personally. Now, I also only play premium warships because premiums by and large give you far more credits and XP than a tech tree ship. However, there are some nice tech tree ships up to and including tier 6 which I really like. So it's just a case of having some fun and grinding the buggers out, and that's what we're doing here. We're just having some fun. It doesn't really matter if I shoot anything with the main batteries or not. It's extra damage, which means more credit and more XP. But providing we get into the thick of it and we don't get torqued to death, then the secondary guns should pretty much take care of everything. I mean, you know, now and again I will open up and black something. We're a battleship after all. The problem with most battleships in World of Warships is they're up close and in your face. They're really not designed to be long range snipers. You can sometimes hit long range, but RNG tends to work against you. Oops, citadeled him. That hurt. So yeah, sometimes it can happen. But as I say, the battleships really are big brawlers that are meant to get in there and get their hands dirty. The problem with that is that most bot battles are over within 3 or 4 minutes. So hence that's why I don't really bother or care that much. And if somebody wants to say my stats are crap and I'm a crap player, and you know what, it doesn't matter, have fun, because what matters is I'm enjoying myself. Look at that, not a single main battery here. There's the secondaries opening up. We'll just let the secondaries absolutely wreck the opposition. In between doing that. Now, as I say, our biggest threat is torpedoes. That hurt. If we get wrecked by torpedoes, then look, we get wrecked. The secondaries on most battleships are amazing, and on certain battleships are ridiculous. There you go. That's just blowing him out the water for doing absolutely nothing. Hey up, Logan. Lovely to see you. How you doing? Hope you're safe and well. And we will get the odd fire set. That's all right. That looks like a hefty hit. So we'll see it right back up. And can't repair yet, unfortunately. But what we can do is knock a right good chunk off a Chadmo's health there. Well, we didn't knock that much off, did we? So. But at least we haven't been torqued to death. And the way that the guns are set up on these German battleships is you can usually get most turrets on target. And he's turning away, which is not good for us. But we'll take the hits, and you see the secondaries are going off again. The fire's gone out of its own accord. So, all good stuff. Now, here's another little top tip for you. The further away from the enemy box that you are, the worse is their aim. Which means that actually it's not just you that can't hit dick shit. So we just let it run around. He's done, he's going to get tore up to death. He's done. I've got the wrong ammunition loaded up anyway for a destroyer. It's turned just as I fired. Son of a bitch. Nicely done, young sir, nicely done. However, is it going to save him? No, he's going to get torqued to death. Oh, that's why he moved. And I'm guessing he's going to line up to give us a torpid. Again, I'm guessing. Let's hear it for the secondaries. I didn't miss those, did I? There's the secondaries piling, and I'm guessing he's going to torque us. Did he get his torques away? No. Just got wrecked. That was all secondary guns. So Crew's doing very, very little. That's all we've got. I'll just heal up. So it's probably us capping B. And there are already 3 bots left. Time we're just raking it in. Now we're not raking it in as much as what we would do in a premium ship, but hey, you got to grind your tech tree ships at some stage. So, and of course tier 2, tier 5 is where it's at for me. I have a lot of fun in tier 2, and Tier 5 is brilliant because it hits the sweet spot for all the missions and everything else that I want to do. So, and the good again, all over the place. And he's 9 kilometres away, looks like he's going to eat all of them. Oh my lord, oh my lord. He's done. So, what we got here, Kael'din. So, Kael'din's got torpedoes. So, messes, torpedo launch. There you go, Rob. Yeah. That's messaging right on. Just saying. Oh, I thought you'd do that. We'll just let the secondaries blow them out. Love. Slithering health left. He's gone. Meanwhile, we'll pop into sea. There's only the aircraft carrier left, so I don't think for a second I'll get to Cap C. Somebody will taunt the carrier to death, but we'll try and make a way over there. And that's how easy it is. 45,500 damage for doing absolutely nothing, for not giving a shiny one, which means we're one step closer to our beautiful Tier 5 battleship. In fact, there's the carrier, and would you believe it, it's in range. But of course we did shit, because the guns on here are just not that accurate. Let's see if we can bring all guns to bear. That's a full salvo. Are we giving him too much lead? No, not really. Perhaps just a bit too much. He's not going as quick as what I thought, actually. To a quarter power now. Let's not give him too much lead because he's not going that fast. Let's give him a full salvo. See if that does any more damage. Wow, that was a big hit. 16,000. And here come all the torps and he's dead. And we win. Let's see how much XP we have for that. Now we have got free premium game time. Wow. So we're now 1,206 XP, closer to our Tier 5 German battleship. Let's just check it out again. So we're going to go for the König. So Missile Cruiser König. So we now, from 11,200, we now only require 9,800 XP. Anyway, I just thought I'd explain what the hell it is I'm doing. So, as I say, perfect. I set them up as secondaries, do them in bot battles, and it just means life is so easy. So we'll go for more Old King Cole. And if we do a Jeff and get our arses handed to us, well, it doesn't matter, we don't care. Because the most important thing for me is pleasure and enjoyment. And I do enjoy the game. I very, very much dislike the company, Wargaming. I dislike the practices, and I dislike the way they treat their community. However, I do like the game, but I'm not a serious competitive World of Warships player. Basically, I don't give a fuck. So, excuse me. Anyway, I'm also doing all the daily missions and grabbing all the free doubloons and buying all the ships that I want. And because I'm a beta player on this account, come September, we should get a lot, and I mean a lot, of free goodies, which is terrific. Oh, okay, fair enough. And the credits have seriously gone down, but that's because I've been buying and kitting out a lot of tech tree ships. And then I'll have a period of a week or two where I don't spend a penny, get back up to 15 or 20 million credits, you know, 30,000 free XP. And I'm going to get to the stage, as I say, tier 5 really is my tech tree ceiling. I would like a tier 6 cruiser. I would also like that to be the Pensacola. I really fancy the Pensacola, so I'll probably at some point grind the Pensacola line. Your aiming's about as good as mine, boys. I really wouldn't bother. Let's see if we can give him a good blatting. Phoenix, that's a nice ship. I've got the Phoenix myself. So what happens when I accidentally click chat that you can't see, of course, but it's nevertheless on my screen. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see if we can not much anyway. Now again, the Phoenix has torpedoes, so we have to be a little bit careful. Our secondary should open up and the shoots all over the shop. I don't even know where they went, but hopefully you can see why I could never take this game seriously or spend real world money on it, because, you know, they're not real ships, they're pixels, they don't really exist. Citadel removed it from the game. Let's be behind that rock. I know there's a ship coming up to the side of me, but I really don't care. Oh, it's the Kaiser, the battleship. Another fine German battle wagon. That's Kaiser. Slow down. A load of torps, and he had a load of my shots as well, which makes me very happy. What we got round this side? We're just blatting the crap out of everything. Those secondaries are automatic guns. We're literally not having to do anything for them. Just sail nice and slowly through the combat zone and watch while they get their fair and little arses kicked. Bellerophon, British tier 4 battleship. Tier 4, I think it's tier Tier 3. Wow. So we're in a Tier 4, they're in a Tier 3. And he's presented broadside to us, which should cost him dearly. Good old British armour. You gotta love it. I'm hoping we get another salvo in at him. No. They all hit, they'll just kill him. They didn't kill him, yeah, they didn't kill him. So there's only one ship left, that's that one right over there. He's just in range. Hey up back, how you diddly doing? Nice to see you. We'll have a go at blatting him, but I don't rate any battleships guns. They're nowhere near as accurate as what cruiser guns are. Cruiser guns, the shells go exactly where you place them. Well, usually they do. And that should kill him. If it hits him, it'll kill him. There you go, dead. Okay, so that wasn't as high a scoring battle as the last one. And we only got half the points, of course. That's fair enough, fair enough. And we'll just keep battling on. We'll just keep going straight through it. Oh, okay. Thank you, Beck. Oh. Yeah, I know why. Sorry, thank you. That should be better. Is that better? Hopefully it is. We'll try and go right through the middle even. We're probably going to get torqued to death. It doesn't matter. Hopefully that's better. I must start and remember to check all these settings before I go live. Thank you, Bet. Bless you indeed. So please don't worry, the games are perfectly safe. The Guild Wars 2, the Half-Life 2 and Fallout and Trucking are all safe, and I'll be doing plenty of content on those for you all. You might be wondering why there's a couple of movies appeared on the channel. Well, I just wanted to see what blocking mechanisms YouTube have got, and it's very interesting. One's been completely blocked and the other one hasn't. A little bit bizarre, but anyway, that's what it is. So I'm really not that much nearer to getting an answer to my question. Why do some things get blocked and not others? Bizarre. Ooh. That hit the poor old Collyberg. That's a shame. So we've got a Phoenix over there. We've got a Taranto. What we got over there? Kaiser, German battleship. That good old bot together off. And I'm going to go down to half speed because I actually want to take my time and get the most bang for my buck. Hey up, Robbie, how you doing? Nice to see you. You're safe and well. There's the secondaries opening up, and again for the secondaries to open up. We really don't have to do much at all. Actually, we don't actually need to do anything, they just work. Let's see if we can knock some holes in that destroyer, which we can, which is nice. The Kohlberg is a great gunboat at tier 3, but we need to keep our eye on that destroyer, and if it slows down it's because it's missed by a country mile. If it slows down it's because it's getting ready to torp us. There we go. There we go, right there, look. But we're a battleship, we don't really care. So he managed to get his torps away without slowing down. And we really don't give a shiny one. As long as we do plenty of blatting, we don't care. Of course, I forgot that's a battleship that needs blatting. And this game is very simple. The more damage you do, the more XP and the more credits you earn. So we'll just go for as much damage as possible. And with them lively secondaries. Oh, there's the herpes. Surprised he's not started attacking me yet, to be honest, but anyway, it's what it is. As I say, the problem with the battleships is the guns are so inaccurate that, you know, even if you bang on target, most of your shots will miss. There you go. And you'll hit dick diddly shit. Which will result in piss poor XP and more battles needed to be played. But nevertheless, it's what it is. We're free to play, so we can have zero complaints about the game or the outcomes, because it's not costing us anything. So unlike some players who have spent real world money on it, on premium account time and ships and God knows what, camouflages, well, you know, that's their decision, nothing to do with me. But of course we don't, as you see, not a single one of them hit. He's going to wreck that. We don't. Oh no, he's not. Yeah, he is. Thought you were. Now you've got to go backwards, you chab. Which gives us a great chance of shooting holes in him. Ooh, there we go. Overpenned, I'm guessing. Here comes the British Bellerophon. The chances of us hitting him are very slim. The chances of him hitting us are pretty much non-existent. You watch, I bet not a single one of them shots hit. There you go, look. Not a single shot on target. You gotta love it, ain't you? Does your head in. And it's given us full broadside, so you think not only would we blat him, we'd do some heavy duty damage to him as his broadside. No, most of them will miss, or bounce, or ricochet. I think one of those managed to hit. Ridiculous. I mean, we should one-shot the Kohlberg, but we're going to stay on the Bellerophon. See if we can get some really good penetrative shots. And he's decided to stop at the last minute. 4,700 isn't that impressive, just saying. you'd expect to be getting a lot more than that. And the Kohlberg, bless it, is steaming away. Steaming Billy. We should be able to wipe him out the game. Problem with him is hitting him. No, there's him gone. And we got the victory, but I mean, don't really care about the victory. It's, you know, how many credit. See, we only got 716 there. So let's go back to the tech tree. I would like to do it in tonight's session for sure. We're going after the missile cruiser König. Yeah, I know. It's not what I clicked on. That's not what I clicked on. Just saying. Yes, all right. Cheese and rice. So we're now down to 7,600 XP required. So it was 11,000 when we started. But because we've got a free 7 days of premium, and we're making the most of it. Now, the König will count towards our missions, whereas this ship does not, the Kaiser. But nevertheless, it gets you a rough idea of what's what. In fact, I can earn far more credits in a tier 2 cruiser than I can in a tier 4 or tier 5 battleship. The thing is, with the battleship, is you're pretty much able to play AFK. Obviously I'm not AFK, but it means that you have to put minimal effort in, and you're not breaking any terms of services, you're not using any illegal macros or shenanigans like that. You're just letting it rip really. So most of my captains are 6-point captains. To get really awesome, you want a max captain which is 21 points, but that's going to take us an awful long while. But hey, we've got time, there's no rush. This is very much a casual, enjoyable game for me, and as I say, I'm not a serious player. I don't really care about ranked. Probably most of the player base doesn't care about ranked. I do like some of the new modes that Wargaming have added to it. Having said that, Mirko Abley have had all this for ever, and it's exactly the same as World of Tanks. I bought Mir Tankov down and logged into that and tried that, and you know, World of Tanks from Wargaming are making a big deal about World of Tanks 2.0. Well, again, Mirko Abley have had it for ages, so I wouldn't be getting that excited. I really wouldn't. Cheeky little destroyer over there going behind the said island, but we're not going to waste our shots on that. We've got more pressing engagements like this little destroyer here, who is at the minute far more of a threat, although looks like he's getting thoroughly blatted. Oh really? I don't know what happened there, but our secondaries are opening up anyway, and he's gone. Torpedoes for house. Jawohl. You really don't want to stop there, big boy. Just saying, you don't want to do it. Wow, Citadel the Chab. You don't want to do it. because you're going to get took out the game, Mr. Phoenix. Just like that. Go figure. Go figure. And this is why I could never be serious about the game, because it's just, honestly, it's just so ridiculous. The Karlsruhe, that's a good German cruiser. Tier 4. I think it has torps. Sure, it has torpedoes. But again, we're not going to concern ourselves with that. Our secondaries are opening up nicely. There's the German enemy battleship, the Kaiser. There go all the torpedoes at him. See if we can blat him. Ooh, that hurt. And we've got a few more we can stick in him. Nice. And we're nearly up to 30,000 damage already. He's done. He's finished. There's only 2 of them left. So as you can see, the bot battles are really relaxing compared to realistic battles, in that you know, you more or less get straight into a bot battle, whereas realistic battles you can queue anywhere 2 to 5 minutes for a game. Well, in 5 minutes I could have got a couple of bot battles in, just saying. There is Das Karlsruhe. Too much lead. What's the matter with you, Ebeez? Kreb. He's done. And our secondaries are digging in. Oh, they are as well. Doesn't look like we're going to get another shot in, does it? Oh, we might do. Them torps going to hit him. No. Somebody killed him before our shots could hit. 28,000 damage. I'll take that. And it looks like we're going to win. Victory or death. Excuse me. So, as you can see, it's such a relaxing, fun game to play if you get into the right mindset. And every now and again you'll have a stonking bot battle game that will just make you go wow, and you'll do 60, 70, 80, 90, 100,000 damage, and you'll just watch that XP roll right in. And then sometimes you'll have terrible games. Absolutely terrible. So I'm going to head here, and then I'm going to head here, and I'm just going to let the game run itself while I relax and do very little and just take it easy. And as I say, I just can't get enough. This is my idea of a free-to-play game, excuse me, where as long as you actually play the game, everything comes to you free. All you've got to have is a little patience, and we've got all the patience in the world. The other nice thing is, because I'm not going to tier 10, because I'm only going tier 5, then everything comes fairly quick. Now on the British, you do have a tier 6 carrier and a tier 6 battleship. I would like a tier 6 cruiser. I'm currently at tier 5. just so that we can access all the game modes that we want to with those ships. And of course, I am of course British, so even more relevant. I doubt any of them are going to hit. No, not a single goddamn shot. That's okay. You get used to it after a while, which is why I set these up for secondary bot battles. And by bots I mean the enemy. They're all bots, they're not real players. And that's fine. If any of them shots hit it, they won't do much damage anyway, they'll over-penetrate. But that guy definitely needs taking out now, because he's becoming a serious torp threat to us. And indeed he's slowing down, which would suggest he's getting his torps away. They always slow down when they're going to torp. Missed. Brahms and List. So actually I'm going to turn into it, assuming that he's got torpedoes away. There they go, look. Good job I turned, wasn't it? Yeah, your torpedoes are wasted, big boy. 'Cause we know what you're doing. Let's see if we can take him out the game. Oh, God. But don't hold your breath. That was a good hit, but not a solid hit. But at least the initial torp threat has now gone from him. And we've got another ship here, the Phoenix, who can also torp. So it would be pretty advantageous for us to take him out the game. But again, don't hold your breath. Did a good chunk of damage, but not enough to take him out the game. Oh, hello, it's the Queen Airy Mary. Didn't even see it. Well, that's okay. We're going to try and take him out the game now. Is he torped? Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to eat both of them. Let's see if we can make him pay. Yeah. I don't think he's got a whole lot left. 53 health. I think the secondaries will sort him out. There we go. That was the secondaries that took him out. Bloody typical, disappeared into the smoke. Oh, another Phoenix, that's all we need. Svetlana, they have torpedoes. Took him out of the game. Hey up, Michael, lovely to see you. Oh, he's providing us with a broadside. What a tube. That means we should be able to do some good damage on him. And chances are he's torped again. Oh, he's not torpedoing us, he's wasted his torps. We should stay on him really. Especially as he's guffed it. So you'd think that we'd have took him out of the game. But this game is just ridiculous. It just over penetrates and does no damage. You know, you'd have thought really that a hole in the boat was a hole in the boat. I think he's just torped. So we're going to move away. And we'll forget about him. Of Queen Airy Mary's still about. And she's hittable as well. So let's give her a good thick salvo in. Let's see if we can do some damage on her. Yeah, already we're up to more damage than we did last time. The destroyer's been killed. So it's what it is. It's all too easy. In fact, the Queen Airy Mary is the only one that's left on their side. And it does have a load of torps racing into it from the Phoenix. Which if the Phoenix manages to hit, then it will cause an awful lot of damage. But of course if the Phoenix misses, then that'll give us an opportunity to black the hell out. There's another 3 torps. I'm guessing we're not going to get round the island. I'll be right back, all 2 minutes. Up MS, how you doing? Nice to see you. Just so you all know, I've closed the chat because it was doing my head in. I'll hear it bing. If the chat, somebody says something in the chat, I should hear it bing. So yeah, very, very happy. I mean, as a cheap 100% free-to-play player that doesn't care about tier 10, doesn't care about ranked, just wants to enjoy themselves. Tier 2 I will always play random battles because you just earn a boatload of credits. When I'm just grinding tech tree ships like now, bot battles are fine. I mean, and as I say, you know, alright, look, if you want me to be honest, my favourite ship at the minute on this beta account is without a doubt the Kirov. I love the Kirov at tier 5. And a lot of people will say, oh, it's crap, this, that. It's not, it's terrific. It's a fast firing cruiser with torpedoes and it's a whole ton of fun to play. The downside of it is it's tier 5. So yes, it counts to your missions and your combat stuff, but it's excluded from things like operations, so hence why I want to grind the Pensacola. So I'll probably do that next actually, and once I've got, because I've got a tier 6 aircraft carrier, I've got a tier 6 battleship, I've got no interest in submarines or destroyers. So the only other real ship that I want is the Pensacola. Now I have unlocked and purchased quite a few tech tree tier 2 ships which I'll use for random battles for credit grinding. But again, as free to play, then it really depends how much free premium time we get and when we get it. Obviously when I get the free premium time, like I've just been given 7 days premium, normally I would play this game without any sort of premium whatsoever. Then obviously when we've got the premium, well, that's the time to grind your ships and grind your creds. Because you're getting a whole ton of extra XP and credits, basically for nothing. You know, a lot of players will pay real money. I won't pay a real money on this game ever. Because at the end of the day, I don't particularly like wargaming, being an ex-World of Tanks player, and I know how terribly they treat their community and the player base. All they're really interested in is your wallet. They don't really care about anything else. So my way, if you like, of screwing them back is to enjoy the pants out of the game and not spend a penny on it. Now, that does also mean that I've got every right to fully enjoy the game. I've got absolutely no right to comment on or criticise anything. Why? Because I'm free to play. It doesn't cost me anything. Wargaming can do what they like, and I don't give a shiny one. Jawohl, Herr Stimme, mein Führer. I'm hoping my secondaries are going to kick in and make Swiss cheese of this Moltke. I think that's another good German ship, the Moltke. Now, I've caught, look at this Phoenix. This is a real player as well. Really. Really chab wipe. But I tend not to get wound up about anything. Because as I say, I'm a free-to-play player, so to me it doesn't matter what changes Wargaming make. Now don't forget that Wargaming are not the developers of this game, despite what bullshit they might, you know, tell everybody. Mir Karabley and Mir Tankov are the developers of World of Warships and World of Tanks, the Russian company, you know, and everybody's getting hot under the collar about World of Tanks 2.0. Well, I hate to tell you this, people, but Mir Tankov has had this shit for ages. And of course I have Mir Tankov and Mir Karabley accounts. And I just enjoy the pants out of all of it, actually. Oh, hello, Karlsruhe. Even see you there. Oh, well, that's him sunk anyway. Well, I think we go full steam ahead for the carrier. And I think our secondaries will pretty much take care of the Karlsruhe. I really didn't want to do this too much, to be honest, but anyway. I wanted to get a full set of shots off on the Karlsruhe, but I guess we're not going to be allowed to do that because we've got to turn or blat it into the rocks, which I really don't want to do. Which looks like we're going to do it anyway. We can put the fire out, and the beauty of a battleship is it can heal up, whereas by and large most cruisers cannot. Oof. And another one bites the dust. And we missed those torpedoes, thank you very much. I don't think we'll get any shots away on the tier 4 Russian carrier, because I think it'll be dead long before we can get anywhere near it. But anyway, we'll do our best. I just switched to Linux Fedora. Good for you. Well, you enjoy your Fedora Linux. It's a great operating system, and you know, any Linux operating system completely frees you from the Windows treadmill. So yeah, well done you. Do come back and let us know how you get on, and let us know your thoughts, your opinions. Let's see what we're down to now. Remember, I'm only going tier 5 on the battleship. I might go tier 5 on the cruiser as well, actually. So there's the missile cruiser König is the one we're after. Herr König. Oh, for God's sake, really? Do I really need to know all this? We're down to 4,800. And we've had no stress, no hassle. We've had lots of fun, lots of enjoyment. And as I say, whenever you get free premium, well, now's the time to fill your boots. Because as somebody once said to me, the less it costs, the better it is. Never a truer statement was made. Everybody loves a bit of something for nothing. And why not? Why not? I'm going to be an absolute chabby, Mr. Douche. Let me just check the chat. I missed just as good tiling manager because KDE. Yeah, well, there's not much you can't do on Linux that you can do on Windows. I think I've managed to find most of it. It doesn't really matter which Linux distro you go for today. They're all so polished and so amazing, you just can't go wrong. And they're free, and they're yours, and they're not full of inbuilt spyware, keyloggers, picture takers, and the list goes on, doesn't it, really? And they won't force you to change your PC. So if you've got a 5-year-old PC that won't upgrade to Windows 11, well, Linux goes, do you know what, screw you. You get another 5 or 10 years out of this PC, depending on what you're doing on it. And I love that about Linux, it's great. Having said all of that, when it comes down to gaming, unfortunately, Microshaft Windblows is still the king. And it's not Linux's fault. It's just that Linux does not contain some of the Windows APIs that certain games need and like to call on. And that's just the way it is. Nothing you can do about it. Suck it up, buttercup. So if you really want to have all the bells and whistles, you've got to run Windows. If you can run the game that you love and it runs really well on Linux, well, you don't need Windows, do you? Just saying. Well, he's already dead. Typical. Wow, well, we've only done 755 damage in this game. Sometimes shit happens. Everything's dying before we can get fucking shots off. Yeah, we ain't got to worry too much about the torps, just saying. Oh, we've done 1,500 damage goers. Linux is good enough, then, you know, you're in a great spot. If Linux is good enough for the games that you play and love, then, you know, knock yourself out. So here we are with the Agano. I'm guessing our secondaries will take care of it. I don't know if the Agano has torpedoes or not, I just don't know. Looks like he's going to ram us. Idiot. Idioten verboten. You know, you're a cruiser, dickhead. I'm a battleship. Nevertheless, even bots have got a right to be an asshole. Nothing wrong with that. And of course we take a metric arse ton of damage. And he takes hardly any, of course. Wargaming RNG, you gotta love it, ain't you? Oh, and he suddenly got blatted. Well, that was a piss poor game for us. I think the most fun ship to do this in is still the tier 2 Japanese battleship, the Mikasa. Again, if you set that up for secondaries, you can just let it go and you'll just have a great time. Sometimes you'll have great battles, other times you'll have piss poor battles, but in the scheme of things of grinding to your next ship, it really shouldn't matter that much, to be fair. Now there is a case to be made that we could go tier 6 and thereby with one ship have access to all battle modes. But you know, to be fair, as a free to play player, even tier 6 can cost you a lot of credits to play. Because don't forget, at the end of every battle, if you're a free to play player, then you should be making to look between excuse me, 10 and 20k credits per bot battle. So it's nice and easy, and the beauty of that is it means that your free XP and your ship XP is going to rack up. All of the projects on this account, which is my original account, which I haven't played in I don't know how long, which is a beta test account, there's just no rush to do anything. I don't need anything. The account is fully self-sufficient. I can use my premium ships and make a metric arse ton of credits just by playing bot battles. So you know, we've really got it all. Now, if you've come to this channel looking for tier 10, you know, top-notch play, then mightily disappointed you're going to be. But what you will find is your average everyday run-of-the-mill ho-hum shitbold of a player that just enjoys the crap out of what he's doing. Oh, we did hit him. And that's really all that matters to me. You tried War Thunder? Yep, absolutely. I've got a full War Thunder account, and I think the parent company of War Thunder, Gaijin, are even worse than Wargaming, with the pain, misery and suffering that they bestow on their player base. I think without a shadow of a doubt the best one is Mir Koabli and Mir Tankov. It's just, you know, the problem with it here is a question of ethics. I mean, I'm a free-to-play player, so I'm not supporting Mir Koabli financially, thereby I'm not supporting Putin or the Russian government. But nevertheless, it's still a case of ethics. It's still, does it sit right? Well, I don't really care, to be honest. I just enjoy the pants out of all of them. As I'm a free-to-play player, it really doesn't matter. How on earth did we miss them when we weren't even looking? Well, who knows? There's the German battleship coming round. Should I even bother with him? The Dundin. Gunga Din. Probably not. Let's see what damage we can do to Chedmold here. Oh, Gwedge step. And here he comes, giving us full broadside. Boom! Oh, that was very nice. Thank you very much. Really? Well, we can interfere. Although it is a battleship, which means it turns like the Titanic, which of course it should do. And of course he'll do mega damage to us, there you go, and all of ours will bounce. A little bit of damage to him. And there's only 2 left, so there's no point us carrying on. We may as well get our money's worth out of these scrubs and rack up as much damage, because damage equals XP, and that's what we're after, so we can unlock our next ship in the tech tree. As I say, we'll go to I'll probably just do tier 5 battleship, tier 5 cruiser on the German line. I think we're at tier 4 on the American line. So I need to grind the Pensacola, but again, while I've got 30 days of premium, well, we'll fill our boots, because that's just seriously reducing the amount of battles we need to grind ships all the while. Oh, excuse me. And just remember, you don't get any better than free. Just saying. If it's free, it's pretty freaking awesome. Okay, so we'll make our way into B, right into the middle. Which is normally a suicide run. We're going to fill our boots. Michael, do the next battle in a rowboat. Well, it's funny you should say that. Yeah, I'm afraid I don't have a rowboat. I do have an MTB, a motor torpedo boat. Well, it's not even a motor torpedo, it's just a gunboat tier 1. I've kept my Black Swan for nostalgic reasons. Right, okay, just bear with me a second. I'm just going to let this roll, because I'm getting a bit hot. Be right back on the Michael, 2 minutes. Okay, and we're back. So this is one of the things that I love about AFK bot grinding. If you have things to do, it doesn't matter. Because you're only AFK bot grinding anyway. And you're not letting your team down or your side down because it's a bot battle. The only reason you're here is for XP and creds. No other reason. You're not ranked, it's not a team thing. No I in team, just saying. So you can just fill your boots and enjoy the pants out of the game as a free-to-play player. The Königsberg, or as the Germans would say, the Königsborg. I'm guessing they'll both miss by a country mile. Well, 700 damage, I mean, really? Yeah. So the autopilot's deactivated. And we'll go a quarter speed with capping. We've got them all coming in here. Try and give it a full broadside. And try and knock some spots off of the Karlsruhe and the Königsberg. Karlsruhe is a great, super fast firing gunboat, which can absolutely destroy battleships in the blink of an eye. Oh, that blew him out the water. Unfortunately for him, bitte meine Herren, unfortunately for him, we can also one-shot him if everything is right. All things being equal, which of course in this game there never are. So you can see how slow the ship steers, which is okay. We've got plenty of time to rack some damage up. We should perhaps pay a little more attention to this cheeky fecker here, this Königsborg. And that must be an Italian ship, the Monte Coccoli. The reason I know it's Italian is because he's firing sap shells, and of course only the Italians have sap. I still think I should give a bit more attention to Chabo there, because this battleship is literally taking lumps out of us. It's German. What do you expect, Ebeez? Yeah, I think we've given it slightly too much lead. And of course we're giving him full broadside, which is not good. We'll see if we can ram the Königsborg. Yeah, I thought he'd torpedo it. Well, lucky boy, lucky boy. How we got 6 torpedoes off, I'll never know, but anyway. Go figure. Go figure. I think if I was a serious player, which I'm not, everybody goes on about how OP CVs are and what a pain in the arse they are. I actually think that the torpedoes are the worst nightmare. Because as you get up into higher tiers and boats are just laying down carpets, literally carpets of torpedoes, it's no fun at all. And I don't know who at Wargaming or Mir Karabli think that being able to fire 12 torpedoes, turn your ship around and fire another 12 is fun. I just don't get it. It's supposed to be World of Warships, not fucking world of torpedo boats. But anyway, that's my 10 cents. Like I say, I've got no right to really to comment and bitch, because I really don't give a fuck. I'm just here to enjoy the game. And I love it when serious players come into the chat and start giving it the Barry McGuigan and, you know, you're a crap player and your stats are shit, this, that and the other. My response is always the same. Have you spent any money on the game? Yes. Who's the twat? You or me? Simple as that. Just saying. Cool, it must be getting warm. I'm getting ever so warm. So we'll do this one and then we'll see how close we are to bagging ourselves a tier 5. And we're back. What are we on full? Well, once we pop the island, we'll slow it right down. What we got here? Degator, great French cruiser, tier 4, full of torpedoes. And full on broadside. Of course, he could end up torping us to death. But hey ho, it's what it is. Oh no, he's been blown out the water and not by us. Right, we can slow it down now. And we can see if there's anything over there that needs a good blatting. There's a St. Louis, that's a great American tier 3 premium ship. You can rack back and stack the credits up in that. The only trouble with it is there's no anti-aircraft. So if you get in a tier 4 match with aircraft carriers, you're pretty much screwed. This St. Louis, which is the Tech Tree equivalent, oh I beg your pardon, it's the Charleston, isn't it, that's the premium, not the St. Louis. The St. Louis is the Tech Tree. Blew him out the water from Mallorca. And we've got another Kaiser coming, we'll have a bit of this. As it pops round the island. As long as Quickly B doesn't go and torp him to death, which he probably will. The St. Louis certainly won't trouble the Kaiser. Let's see if we can get our shots away before he gets his torps away. There go the torps. Come on, stick it out. I don't know if we did any damage, but I'm guessing he's just going to get torped to death, so I doubt we'll be able to get any further shots away on the chab. Well, the secondaries are doing the job. We didn't do any more damage. Right, let's have a look what we need and how far short we are. Only 427, that's not good. That's not good for a secretary. Of course, all these battles in the Tier 4 don't count towards anything. So the next one is the Missile Cruiser König. How far short are we? $2,166. So probably another 3 or 4 battles, depending on whether we get lucky or have a shit time of it. I think we can do that tonight. And then we can buy and kit out our beautiful Tier 5 König. And depending on how many battles it takes us, I might do a bit of Tier 2 random gaming as well. Being as there should be plenty of players on the servers on a Sunday eve. Then we'll go here, then we'll go there. Shouldn't be necessary to do any of that actually, but anyway, that's the way it goes. The battle will be over long before we can get there. So I'm going to switch it up actually and go to HE, because the one thing you get with HE that you don't get with AP is burning damage, and that can stack up in this Kriegsmarine battleship, the Kaiser. Heiß 2, 3, 4. So it's a Tier 4. Tier 4 the battleship, yeah? That sounds Russian, doesn't it? Da! Well, it is getting to that point in the stream. I did do a 3 or 4 hour stream this morning. Well, despite wanting to be on autopilot, we may well have to come off autopilot. You see my contrails on my shells have now changed to yellow because we're firing HE. Look at that. Christ. Absolutely not even in the same continent. Whereas had we have been in the Kirov, they'd have both hit. And of course the Karlsruhe is heading for Torpingtons. Hello, big boy. Let's see if we can hurt him. And he's going to make the big mistake of stopping. And both shots missed, of course. For the love of buggery. Yeah, you gotta love the game, ain't you? Strong Russian RNG. Yeah, not much love. Excuse me, just sneezed. That's why I muted the mic. Did we just shoot at him and kill him? What's going on? Oh my lord. Oh my lord, what's going on? I think it's the secondaries that's doing the bulk of the damage. Just about there, should do nicely. Beautiful. Oh, he's gone. He's done. So we've got a Kaiser and a Wyoming. Strong American battleship. And the secondaries should carry on doing damage for us. Not so sure it can damage these actually with HE. I guess the only way I can damage them is to set fires on them. I don't like being broadside to that Wyoming. Not one little bit. And his guns are coming round as well. Which is never good. Fortunately, he couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo. So that kind of let us off. We took a bit of damage, but nothing heavy duty. And we'll leave it on Das Auto. Because we don't particularly want to stay here. And he's dead anyway. Victory or death? Bit of a shit game that, only 13,000 damage. $601, I didn't want to click back to port. I wanted to click battle on. So that's 600 off the total required. It's coming down quite nicely considering it's a bot battle and we're really not having to do anything for it. So we'll go there, then we'll go there, and then we'll go there, and back to there. Of course that'll never happen because the game will be over long before any of that shenanigan happens. You're using hydroacoustic search. I don't have any of that because I'm not a cruiser. I apologise for that. What's up with this mouse? Let me move this mouse cable. There we go. And then we can trap it under the keyboard. And then it shouldn't move around as much. Guessing they're out of our range. Well, it's not so much that they're out of the range, it's that I'm too stupid to hit them. So we've got a Podovsky. Who's the chub there? Mitsuki. And of course he's going to turn and disappear into the smoke. He'll probably turn so all our shots miss. I'll take that as a slam dunk. Marblehead, that's a great premium ship. American cruiser. pretty much an older design though. Yeah, he's going to torp us to death, no doubt. So we need to get turning in. Otherwise we're going to get tonked. Because even though he's dead, he can still get his torpedoes away. Our secondaries for now should deal with the Marblehead. Yeah, they're not going to affect us. And again, he has torpedoes. I don't know why he did that. Well, I do know why he did that. Really? They've both just been torqued to death. So we need to steer this big lumbering Ludge. He's done, but he could still have got torpedoes away. So we do need to be mindful of that. What's that? A Miyagi Japanese battleship. Mr. Miyagi. And we've got the Wyoming coming in on us as well. But we don't really care about that. We could actually turn in and ram the Wyoming, but it looks like the Wyoming's going to eat all them torpedoes anyway. Right, there it goes. And Mr. Miyagi couldn't hit dick shit, and he's going to eat some more torps. Yes sir, he certainly is. And it looks like the enemy carrier filled its boots. Cripes. But we're not setting any fires, so we should really be on AP for this. AP's fine for destroyers and cruisers. It's pretty much useless against battleships, unless you can set fires, and if you can set fires, great. If you don't set fires, you'll do feck all damage. Well, there's only this Mr. Miyagi and the aircraft carrier left. And as you see, we're doing absolutely zero damage. So where's this bloody aircraft carrier? There you are, big boy. Oh, we got credited for the kill, so we must have set a fire. Okay, let's head out over to the aircraft carrier, see if we can get some free damage off of it, some free XP. And we are on HE, too much lead. Well, screw you, Mr. Aircraft Carrier. And we'll set ourselves a nice little cheeky intercept course. And the secondary should do a ton of damage to it. And the main batteries will as well, with the look of it. As it's a lightly armoured thing. I don't think he's going to be lasting that much longer, to be honest. But I'll take the XP. Oh my lord, he's getting lodged. He's done. He's done. 1600. What did we need? 3,200, wasn't it? Well, that's 1600 already. And we've hardly done anything. We've not done nothing actually. We're back on the beautiful new dawn. And I guess we can cut it straight through, which again would normally be suicide, but I'm really not that concerned. Thank you all very much, by the way, for your continued support. I hope you're enjoying the content. I'm loving it. I'll look to do some Half-Life 2 tomorrow night, and we'll see if we can get some more progression on Half-Life 2. And then once we've completed Half-Life 2, I'll put a poll up for a couple of days and give you a choice of 2 or 3 games that you'd like to see me play through that I've got in the library, and you guys and girls choose, and we'll make it so for the next playthrough. Obviously the Guild Wars 2 and the World of Warships are just ongoing forever. They'll always be on the channel. The Fallout series is ongoing and probably will always be on the channel, but those are offline finite games. So Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas and Fallout London, we'll go right through those from start to finish. So we've got plenty of casual content to just enjoy the pants out of, and as I say, these are all long-term projects. They're not going to be completed next week, and they're not, you know, we're not in any rush to complete them. They get done when they get done. And we didn't dick shit there, of course. That's the other thing I ought to look at doing, getting a tier 2 Italian, getting the Italians up and running. We've got the Spanish up and running, we've got the what else did we get up and running? We got the French up and running, we got the Italian, we've not got the Italians up and running, and we've got the French, we've got the Spanish, and we've got the Dutch. So they're all at tier 2 and a load of fun. An absolute ton of fun. And we'll be playing random battles with those and just racking the credits up. Yeah, they're... that did a bit of damage. I would have liked to have rammed actually the Giussano, but not going to happen. See if the secondaries can kill him. Yep, they can. You gotta love the secondaries, ain't you? Torps in the water, torps in the sea. He's done. Cripes. Better switch to AP. So we've got a Kaiser inbound. And HE is absolutely a waste of time, as you all know. The Kaiser's also got a metric arse ton of torpedoes after it. So we may not get shots away on it. might get a few shots. Look at the torpedo. That is ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. So that's it. You're done. So there's a cruiser over there and an aircraft carrier left. Well, if we got lucky we could one-shot the cruiser, but boy would we have to get lucky, and we didn't, I'm afraid. Came down to luck. I guess we weren't. I'm guessing all these shots will be absolutely for nothing. Yep, there you go. Not a single shot hit. Not one. Not numero uno. Wow, finally we clipped it. Clipped it and gypped it. Where's the aircraft carrier? Well, it would be over there, wouldn't it? Just saying. And I'm guessing by the time our guns come round on target, he'll either be dead, or he will have gone. The other downside of the battleships is the turrets have a really slow turn rate to get them on target. Oh, he's done. He's done. Yeah, we're not going to get nothing more out of that. And there's one left, which is over there, of course. I'm guessing we're pretty much out of his range. He's not out of our range. If we can get lucky. Well, we didn't get that lucky, did we? Just saying. That's 2000 XP. So another 2 battles should see us home and dry with a beautiful shiny new tier 5 battleship. That we can build for secondaries and just unleash it in bot battles. Of course, with a tier 5 ship, you're introducing yourself to tier 6 battles, which means you will encounter submarines. Yeah, I was hoping you'd take that route. That'll work. And I do love sub hunting, but not in a battleship. It has to be in a cruiser, although a destroyer is the best sub hunter. But anyway, I love battleships, I love aircraft carriers, and I love cruisers. I'm not that big a fan of submarines, and I'm not that big a fan of destroyers. I know there's a lot of people that are, and that's fine. If that's your thing, great, knock yourself out, fill your boots. Just not for me. Cripes, is it me or is it getting warm in the UK? We've had a beautiful summer this year. We can't really have any complaints, can we? I think that means about 4:30, but you're not going to make it back to the party. He's out of range anyway, another Phoenix. Ship that we've got to grind on our way to the Pensacola. which we'll do in a future stream. And of course these are all bot battles, so nobody cares about them, they don't matter. Wargaming don't care about them, the player base doesn't care about them. They're just a great way of being able to grind XP and credits without a load of douches telling you how crap you are. I forgot we're still on AP, aren't we? We missed anyway. Let the secondaries unload. Ooh. You shouldn't have turned into me, big boy. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Although I guess the majority went right through. And let's hear it for the secondaries. Torpedoes for us. Well. Are you all? And that's how we deal with torpedoes. And our secondaries are going to kill that destroyer if he ain't careful. Cripes, look at this lot. Well, I suppose sooner or later we're going to eat a torp. Yeah, I suppose somebody were going to get lucky with the torps. For that, of course, you will have to die. Shithead. See ya. Don't want to be ya. Let me return the favour in kind. It could have been the Kuma. We might die miserably here if that fire doesn't hurry up and go out. Because our repair kit and our healing kit are both down. Just hope the secondaries absolutely black the shit out of him. It's got to be done, surely you can't stand that. Oh, well, I mean, I'm dead, I'm guessing. This thing just ain't gonna get... We're dead. Well, it's what it is, battle on. Don't get crying about it, just move on. Fucking torpedoes, I tell you, they're the scourge of this game. They really are. Absolute scourge. Oh well, Ebeez, you could have torpedoes. Really, that just makes me as fucking bad as the other torpedo heads. But anyway, it's what it is. No point crying, just move on. In the scheme of things, it really doesn't fucking matter a tat's tit. Okay, we'll have a look after this battle. What we need. That's the other thing that makes me laugh. You blow the shit out of a cruiser or a destroyer. And it's on fire, sinking, and yet still managed to get a salvo of torpedoes away. What a load of bollocks. Now you could argue that it's not a simulator, so it's a difficult one, isn't it? But nevertheless, I think both Wargaming and Mirkarabli are guilty of just way too many fucking torpedoes. It's just ridiculous shit, it really is. And that's one of the reasons I love Tier 2 so much, because it's not as prevalent. You still got tier 2 destroyers and with torpedoes, so you do still have torpedoes, but of course at tier 2 it's nowhere near as prevalent as it is in the higher tiers. And of course there's plenty of dickheads out there who regard tier 5 and tier 6 as low tier. Just absolutely tapped, they really are. I would say tier 5 to tier 8 is a nothing tier. The nothing tiers really. They're just there to cause you pain and misery. Tier 8, well, you've got no chance of playing tier 8 as a free to play non-premium player, because every battle is going to cost you credits. Sad but true. So if you've got a tier 8 non-premium tech tree ship on your account and you like me free to play, well, good luck funding that. That's my primary reason for stopping at tier 5. As I say, apart from a battleship, an aircraft carrier and a cruiser, so that we can access all the modes that we want to access. We don't care about ranked or brawls or any of that bollocks. And if Wargaming do hold any special events, they will sometimes lend you a rental ship so that you can participate and not miss out in the event, which is really nice of them. Especially when it's a freebie. By the way, as I said, the less it costs, the better it is. Yeah, I wondered when you were going to reappear. Go. Not a single fucking shot hit. Of course the Danae, that's got torpedoes. Beautiful little British cruiser. But it is AP only. Armour piercing. It doesn't have... and he's torping. So that's alright. We'll swing this big fella round. And hopefully avoid his torpedoes. Yeah, there we go. Really, unlimited. Yeah, they're friendly torpedoes, they can hit, it won't make any difference. He thinks he's got away with it. Of course, how wrong he is. Really? Really? Oh. See ya, you're fucking done. Shove your torpedoes up your arse. 6,000, fucking hell. We need a bit more than that, boys. And of course we need the fucking turrets. I might just ram him actually. Looks like the twat in the coon was going to try and torp him. Let's have a go at ramming the twat. Probably missed. Yeah. How did I know it missed? Yeah. Can't even ram a warship. Why? Because I've missed the twat. Only advantage is he doesn't have a shitload of torpedoes. Well, I guess it saved his dying. Well, that's our base successfully defended. Now we need to spin it round, which is going to take fucking ice age. I might just go after the aircraft carrier actually. Okay, we can heal up. Wow, did we actually heal for anything there? Or is it my imagination? 14,000. Man, that sucks. Skip bombs inbound. Oh, I'm tempted. But I want to save it for the aircraft carrier, which has got to be out here somewhere. We keep getting detected, but nothing appears. He's over there. Yeah, we got no fucking chance of it in that. Torps. No, rockets. Oh, there's torps. Oh. So I wonder if bots by default get a 10-point captain then. Do not concern yourself. We can heal up, we don't care. We're a battleship. Probably would have been better off with HE high explosive actually, whereas this tends to just go straight through it. There we go, he's done. And there's one left. All we've got to hope is that the fire goes out before we go boom. I love the special effects, they're amazing. Not bad for a free-to-play game. And the fire's out, so we're not going to go boom. I have no idea where this other chap is. Guessing he's over there somewhere. So we'll have a look how much we need after this one. I'm guessing the game has enough AI to know what we're trying to do. So we'll probably be 5 XP short or something weird. guessing we're just having a nice sunset cruise. Because I'm guessing we're not going to get anywhere near the enemy ship before it gets killed. And in fact, we're probably going to cap out. We're out of range and we're on 980, so we're going to reach 1,000 points and win before we get shots off anyway. There we go. So it's a good job we saved our ordnance, just saying. But with the XP we got off of that aircraft carrier, it was definitely worth it. Okay, let's go back to port. Let's see how far away we are from the Tier 5 battleship. Have we done it? We've done it. So we can now buy the Tier 5 battleship and start working on it for its secondaries and start using it as a behemoth in bot battles. So congratulations us. And that, my friends, is how easy it is to be making your way. That's a Königsberg, is a Tier 5 cruiser. Not that we need it, but it's kind of nice for completion purposes. So let's go ahead and add. Yeah, that'll probably about clear us out money-wise. But who cares? So we're not going to go any higher than the Königsberg, than the König. We can sell that now. There's no need for us to keep that at all. So that'll refund us a bit of money back. We want to set that as the primary. And there she is, the beautiful Misselkuser König. Looks more British than German, actually. German battleships are usually longer, sleeker, with odd looking little guns, but I'll take it every day of the week. So we need to kit her out, which we're not going to do because we've only got 1.8 million creds, and we need to work on her and upgrade her, and that's fine, but we've done it. We have done it. That's brilliant. So let's just have a look at the current state of play. So Japanese, we're all premium. Don't forget that we've got a big bonus of a free 7 days premium. Normally we haven't got that. So on the American, we've got the Charleston, the Cleveland is a rental. The Smith, we're at Tier 4, so we've got the Phoenix and the Wyoming and the Langley. So we're actually doing pretty darn well on that, although it's a tech tree fleet. We've only got one level to go, so yeah, we've not though. We want the Pensacola, don't we? So the Omaha is next at Tier 5. We only need 7,000 for that. We need 47,000 for the Dallas, but we want to go for the Pensacola, which is cheaper at 44,000. So that's not unachievable by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, so that's the Japanese and the Americans. The Russians, well, that's my favourite. And you'll see we've got our Tier 2 premium, the Tier 5 Kirov, which is my favourite ship on this account, hence why I've pimped it out. I do also like the Otski. Again, this is why I've pimped that out. Why have I got the Knyaz Soyrov? Well, because I'm going to go down the tech tree line on the Russians up to Tier 5, up to the Pietrovelekny. The next one is the Gangut, which we could actually buy already, but there's no rush to do that. And then we've got the egg and onion omelette, as I like to call it, and we've got that pimped out as well. We will eventually stop at the tier 6 set of, but as you can see, we need 36k. As I say, beta test, this was my original account. If you go to my profile, it was registered on the 3rd of July 2015, so I'm hoping that this account is going to get lots of nice freebies. So that's the Russians. What else? We've got the Germans, you've just seen us grinding the German. We've got the British, which is my favourite. But again, we've got the tier 6 Furious, the tier 6 aircraft carrier, we've got the tier 6 Queen Elizabeth, beautiful, and we've got the tier 5 Emerald. Now, here is the conundrum. We could go for the tier 6 Leander, for which we need 18,000. But I quite like the Devonshire as well. The only trouble with the Leander is AP only, no HE. Some people love it, some people hate it. So what else have we got? Well, if we go to France, we should have 3 ships. We've got the Uran at tier 2, which I love, great credit maker, tech tree non-premium. The Freight tier 3 cruiser, which again I love. I think that's one of the best tier 3 cruisers in game. And the tier 3 battleship, the Turin. We've not got the Italians up and running yet. We need to get them up and running. We have of course got the Gelderland, which is the Dutch, and we've also got the Spanish, the Mendez Nunez. So I guess what we could do is go to the Italian, and again really it's cruisers. So the next one is going to be the Nino Bixo, I'm guessing, at tier... we could buy the tier 3. We're only 2.9 off the tier 4. So... again, does have torpedo tubes, but they look pretty shit, to be honest. But I do like the Italians because it fires sap and it's slightly different. In terms of the rest, well, Pan Asia are all destroyers until you get to tier 5. The Chung King, which ain't that big a grind, is it? At tier 5, it's only 15,000. We could go for that. The Europes are all destroyers, so we've got no interest in that. The Commonwealth is interesting. Tier 5 is a cruiser, so we could look at doing the Commonwealth. That looks like a British cruiser to me. That's a British cruiser through and through. Pan America. Well, we could buy the tier 2, which will earn us a lot of money. Let's go ahead and add that. Do we want 900,000? Not really. Basic training will do for that. As we're not going to keep this, we're just going to plough on through. Well, that's great. So we've added the Pan American, which we hadn't got before, which is this one here, the Alan Barroso. And we could do with finding a little bit out about it, but anyway, we'll save that for another stream. Excuse me. And the other thing we need to buy is the Italian, to get the Italians up and running. We could buy the Taranto, but I'm actually going to go for the Neonobixo, just to get that up and running. So we've got an Italian ship at tier 2, which we can take into randoms, and we will hopefully earn us a butt ton of cash. And don't forget, all of these are with free to play in mind. Let me just have a look at the Commonwealth. Was that all destroyers, or? Yeah, the Commonwealth's all destroyers. Pan Asia, you got to go to tier 5. Commonwealth, well, we could do the Port Jackson for the Commonwealth. It is a tier 2 cruiser, and we can add that to the fleet. Again, that looks very British. So, wow. So, yeah, we're at tier 2 on everything, except the main ones. Beautiful. We've got the Italian there as well, Neonobixo. The Mendez looks really, really nice as well. I do like the Spanish ships. That looks absolutely gorgeous. And again, these, although they're quite big for what they are, should earn us plenty of credits. So the next thing I need to do is grind some credits. And I'm also guessing that we can use both the Furious, the Queen Elizabeth, and the Emerald to do that. We do have the tier 2 Weymouth. There you go, there's the British tier 2 cruiser. So we're in a very, very good place, I have to say. I think the next thing that we need to do is grind the Emerald. British tier 5 cruiser, and we'll go for the Leander. Purely because it's only 18k grind, it's nothing. But before then, we've got plenty of other stuff to do. So in the next stream on World of Warships, we'll grind the Emerald up to the Leander at tier 6, and then we can sell all this other crap, and we've got a full, in fact we could sell that now. We neither want nor need destroyers. I was gonna have destroyers for purely for missions, but you know, I mean, really, that's the Black Swan that I've kept. My beautiful tier 1 Black Swan. Good luck getting a tier 1 bot battle. Best of luck with that. So there you go, everybody. I'm going to end the live stream here. Thank you all so much for your support. Have a wonderful evening. Much love to each and every one of you. And I'll see you in the next one, probably tomorrow night, for a bit of Half-Life 2. Thanks, everybody. Much love. Take care.